Hi everyone, my name is Jody Newton and my educational giant is Noah Webster. So just a little background on him. He was born in 1758 in Connecticut, and his father was a farmer. His mom just worked at home. He was one of 6 children. He had 2 brothers and 3 sisters, and his education started normal as any child. 6 or 7, and usually they would go until they were 10 to 12, depending on the father, and when they wanted the boys to come home and just work. Noah was tutored by Reverend Nathan Perkins, probably about when he was 14, and he was tutored for about 2 years, and during that time he found a love for reading and for books and for learning. So he decided that he wanted to continue his education, and he went to Yale at the age of 16, which is the normal age for kids to go to college, was 16. He was the only member in his family who went to a higher education. Everyone else stayed in the grammatical kind of basic education. After he graduated from Yale, he decided that he wanted to go to law school, but because his family didn't have the money to do that, he went and did teaching in order to kind of save money in order to go to law school. And as he was teaching, the situations were pretty bad, and he noticed that there were like 70 to 90 kids in one classroom with one teacher, all different ages, different needs, and he wanted to do something about that. He wanted to help the education, help the schooling be better. And so that's something that I really admired about him, is not only did he want to help, but he did do something about it. He tried to reach out and to make a change and to make a difference. Whereas a lot of the other teachers, they noticed that there was a change needed. They didn't like the situations, but they didn't really do anything about it. And so what he did was he decided that America needed some form of its own culture, something to kind of hold on to that was theirs. Because at this time, the revolution was going on. America was just gaining its independence, and he realized that the schools were still using English textbooks, that America really didn't have anything of its own. It was still kind of trying to get away from England and becoming its own. So he decided that he was going to make it a textbook that focused more on American culture and American words that we use that weren't found in England or whatnot. And so this book was called A Grammatical Institute of the English Language. And so, or it was nicknamed as the blue-backed speller because it had a blue cover. And so this was his textbook that he used for the schools. And this kind of gave America a homogeneous feel in terms of spelling and of pronunciation, because it helped teach better the English language as an American culture. And so this kind of gave America a culture, gave the Americans a pride for something that was their own and that didn't come from England. And so I was really impressed by that because of his willingness to actually do, because he actually did something. He didn't just kind of, oh yeah, it needs to change, but whatever, someone else can do something about it. But he went and he found a way that he could help. It may not have been something that made a significant difference, but it was something that he could do. And so that was something that kind of I felt was personal to now, and to that contributes to now, is that as teachers, we may feel like there are things that we want to change, but that they're too big, that we don't have anything we can do to fix them. But as we dig deep and kind of think, what can I do personally? What can I change? It may be something little like a textbook or helping a child, it's thinking every day about what we can do to make a difference in our own way. And it doesn't have to be a huge contribution. It can be little things. But that's something that really stood out to me and that really impressed me. So as Webster continued to go on, he continued teaching, but then he also went to law school and became a lawyer, and he focused more on publishing his textbook and getting copyright so that people couldn't make money off of his books and claim them as theirs. He really focused on that throughout his life, on getting good copyright laws. He also wrote the Webster Dictionary, and so this was a dictionary that took him about 25 years to make overall, and he researched for 25 years. There were over 70,000 words in it. And this was something else that kind of had an American culture, was this dictionary. And so I think that that's really neat that he went and did something that he loved, and he took opportunities that he had and he made them better. He became better because of these opportunities. He continued to do better. So I'm really grateful that I was able to learn about him and his contribution to not just education, but to the world and to the English language as well. And so I hope that you learned a little bit about Noah Webster, and this is my presentation. Thank you.